Okay, here we are at some of the toughest questions that you'll be dealing with during a medical school interview. And those are the ethics questions. Whether you're dealing with a right to life, right to choose, euthanasia, death with dignity, there are really, from my take, there are really only two approaches available to you for how you answer any ethics question. So I'm going to deal with the ethics questions as a broad category and teach you how to answer the entire category of questions rather than deal with each individual ethics issue separately. So the first approach I consider to be very, very difficult, and basically it requires a PhD in ethics to do well. I find the second approach to be super easy, and you can learn in about 5 minutes. So the first approach is this, that your moral decision making, your ethical values are situational and relative and depend on context. This means that sometimes it's okay and sometimes a particular act is not okay. For example, sometimes it's okay to give an abortion and sometimes it's not okay to give an abortion. Sometimes it's okay to help someone die, sometimes it's not okay to help someone die. I find this very difficult to argue, and it's very difficult to defend, because you can very quickly get yourself caught up in an ethical sort of dilemma, in a puzzle that's really, really hard to resolve. The second approach is that ethics, any rule, any ethical rule, is absolute and a rigid rule that never changes no matter what. First, let me give you an ethical relativist position on abortion. Let's say that the ethical relativist decides that abortion is something that he or she would not want to be involved in. So the interviewer might say, what's your stance on abortion? And then the ethical relativist would say, well, abortion is wrong. However, there are some exceptions. For example, if the woman became pregnant due to rape, then abortion is okay. So you've got a problem in that moment, because on the one hand, you're saying abortion is not okay, and then all of a sudden you're reversing yourself, and you have to explain now why sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not okay, and how does the circumstances of the pregnancy determine the validity of the unborn life. And that's a really, really tough ethical line to walk, and I think you're going to take a long time and a lot of years of study and training to understand it, so that you can then articulate, express the situational context of your values. Okay, how about the other way? What if you decide that you believe that abortion is wrong in all cases, in every case, no matter what? Okay, so having that approach makes it very easy for you to answer any question that the interviewer may ask you on this topic. It's very simple. You now have a clear point of view. Interviewer can ask all the questions he or she wants. This is your point of view, and nothing that the interviewer says is going to change that point of view. And that's how you work with any ethics question. Hi, this is Don Osborne with Inquarta, and the video you just saw is one of 19 videos in my 5-day online course called the Medical School Interview Video Course. So if you're a pre-med and you're preparing for the interview, I really encourage you to take a look at this, because there's a lot more to the medical school interview process than just learning to answer the ethics questions. And in my online course, I'll walk you through each and every detail that you need to know in order to ace your interviews. Go to Inquarta.com/medical-interview-course to learn more.